If we speak about success and living a successful life and feeling like we are internally fulfilled, has nothing to do with material gain. We will never be able to find fulfillment in the world, ever. I was looking at that when I grew older and I was like, what is my purpose? Because I was stressing myself to death trying to find what I was meant to do here on this planet. And that's where we find the purpose of going more inward into who we truly are, beyond the personality. And this is the true power. This is the true success. This is the success in life. So I turned 32 this year, and I feel exactly like my life is just starting. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like if you're a man watching this, and you're younger than 32 or older than 32, it's like 30 is a cool decade for a lot of men, I realize. 30 is really where we start to develop ourselves into becoming the man who we want to be. We learn to let go of all these things that is pulling us into a direction that we don't really want. You know, we're finding strength and courage to be what we want to be authentic. And so 32 has never felt better. And actually every year since like 27 for me has been the best year of my life. Just going upward more and more and more. Exploring and recognizing more what this is or who I am. And what I want to share with you today is just what success really is, in my opinion, and how to really start finding fulfillment and happiness in life. Because I feel like a lot of us, especially in today's day and age, we're being bombarded by things that we think that we need to be more of ourselves, how that's supposed to work. We get bombarded by society that we're supposed to become something more by attaining more. It's like when I have this goal, then I will be more of myself. I will be Kim 2.0 whenever I've achieved everything I want. Like, how is that supposed to happen? Even if I become a billionaire, a trillionaire, a quadrillionaire, I will still feel the same emotions that I feel today. I will still know what stress feels like. I will still know what shame, guilt, fear, sadness, anger, apathy feels like. I will still know what freedom feels like, what love feels like, what gratitude feels like, what inspiration feels like, what it feels like to be creative, what it feels like to hurt myself physically, what it feels like to love somebody or someone or something, right? I will be exactly the same. I will be exactly the same thing looking out from my eyes then, or if I ever become a quadrillionaire, as I am right now. Nothing will change. Maybe physical location will change. Maybe the sense of that I am superior will change. I may see myself superior to other people if I do, but what's that gonna do? It's gonna create pride in me, and I'm gonna cut myself off more from the world. I'm gonna see myself separate from people if I walk around and feel pride, right? So really, success. If we speak about success and living a successful life and feeling like we are internally fulfilled, has nothing to do with material gain or money or fame or power or status. Nothing. It may even increase the sense of suffering that we feel because we create this persona. I am this person now. And we create expectations on ourselves. And we will create more suffering in our life doing this. If I'm constantly looking forward to something in the future, believing that happiness is around the corner all the time, and let's say that I want a quadrillion dollars, and I believe that whenever I have a quadrillion dollars, then I will be feeling like I'm more of myself. This sense that something is missing, that I'm unhappy, and now when I have achieved a quadrillion dollars, then I will be happy. How am I supposed to add something that is not me to myself to make myself more of myself? How am I supposed to get rid of this sense of lack, that something is missing, that I am unhappy, that I'm suffering, with something that is not me? Logically, obviously, it's never, ever, ever gonna happen. Let's take this phone. It's like, oh, when I have this phone, then I will be happy. Then I will feel like I will be fulfilled. I won't feel like something is missing inside of me. How is that supposed to happen? This phone has nothing to do with me. It's just an object, right? But we're so convinced in this chase, and I used to chase this for so long. I used to chase this in my 20s. I used to chase this in women and in drugs and in porn, in fast food, in video games, in everything, right? It doesn't work. we will be on a never-ending chase towards more suffering, because we will realize that whatever I'm chasing is not enough, and I want to chase the next thing. And we won't find success in this way. We may find material gain if we chase goals, if we chase success in achievements and everything. We might become successful in the material world, but we will never find fulfillment there, ever. Fulfillment will never be able to be found in the world. I'm going to say that again. We will never be able to find fulfillment in the world, ever. We might be finding a work that feels fulfilling, and that is great. That's a good step in the right direction, but that has nothing to do with money. That comes from a sense of purpose. I'm supposed to do this thing because I'm meant to do this. I was born to do this. If I take myself as an example, I like to talk, I like to communicate. I think I'm good at it, and I really enjoy it. And I thank you for listening and watching, by the way. And so if I want to do that, I can do that in the world, which is going to give me internal fulfillment, right? So I do something externally. I do something that I have always been natural at. I want to do this. I want to talk. I want to communicate. I like that. It's something that has always been there on the inside. This is who I am. That is what I take and bring to the world. I'm not gaining this from the world. I'm not gaining communication skills or whatever from the world, right? I have it, so I give it to the world. That's where we find a sense of purpose. That's where meaning comes in. And that is success. And money and fame and status and power will never be able to give us that, ever. I wish I knew this when I was 20, but I was chasing the wrong things. I was looking in the world to give me internal fulfillment instead of looking internally to bring myself to the world. And that's the thing we really want to flip around. If we want to find purpose, it's like, what am I supposed to do here? I really want to find my purpose. I really want to find meaning. I'm stressing myself to death to find this thing. And I'm looking in the world. I'm looking at other people. Well, this person here, he seems like he knows what's going on. He seems like he knows he knows about his purpose. He's got meaning. I want it too. Maybe I should do what he's doing. No, he's found his thing. I have found my thing. You should find yours, right? And so how I found mine, how I found meaning in my life, how I find purpose, is that I started reflecting on what I naturally was good at doing as a kid. When I was a kid, I was always cheering people on. Like I played a lot of sports and soccer and football. And something in Sweden called floorball, which I'm not sure if you know what it is. Anyway. And I was always cheering on my teammates. It's like, yeah, good job, you know, and I was like clapping and cheering them on. And I was the only one doing that, really. Other people was obviously doing that as well, but I was really doing that. I was like, I really wanted people to succeed. And I was always talking a lot, and people wanted to listen to me when I was a kid, which is, I appreciate that, I love that. I actually had to learn to become a better listener, but that's another story. So I was looking at that when I grew older, and I was like, what is my purpose? Because I was stressing myself to death trying to find what I was meant to do here on this planet. And I was like, hold on. I've always wanted the best for people. I've always wanted to help people succeed. I've always wanted to express myself. I've always been good at expressing myself. Perfect. What can I do with that? And then as I grew a little bit older, when I was like 25 or so, I started getting really interested in personal development, self-improvement, psychology, understanding myself. When I woke up to when I started waking up, I became very interested in my own mind. And then I started getting interested in other people's. Like, what is really going on here? Now I realize that that's just the persona. That's just the character. That's the personality, right? There's something deeper going on here as well. And that's where we find the purpose of going more inward into who we truly are beyond the personality. But we can look at a personality from this perspective of I in yourself. If we take a look at this perspective, or from this perspective of I, and we take a look at the personality, what is it that I'm truly good at? What is it that has been natural for me ever since I was a kid? And we'll find that meaning there, and then we take that meaning, this is who I am, this is who I've always been. This is what my character is good at. This is how I'm supposed to play the game as this character that I got born into. And so I take that and I bring that to the world, and then I will find success. And so we're not looking for success to give us anything from the external world to make us more of who we are, but we become who we're supposed to be. We let go of the barriers, of the obstacles. We take a look at ourselves and realize that this is who I'm meant to be. This is who I'm supposed to have been all throughout my life. But I might have been scared about what people are going to think, or looking in the external world, comparing myself to people. I'm supposed to be like that guy or this girl, whatever. But now, when we take this perspective, everything falls into place. And so being 32 is the best thing. 30 is the best decade. Because it's really when if we're lucky, or if we are doing the work on ourselves, which I think everyone should be doing, if we want to find this fulfillment and peace on the inside, and meaning and purpose. 30 is really the decade where we start to bring out whatever we have and give to the world. It's like we're finding our gift. We spent a decade in our 20s partying away and doing drugs and chasing girls and whatever, all of these things. Only to recognize that this is not what I want. This is not who I am. This is not what I want to give to the world. And so maybe if we're good, if we start thinking about these things early enough. I was about 25 when really things started shifting for me. And when I was 27, I sold everything I owned and moved to Australia. I went on a hero's journey to try and discover whatever this was that happened inside of me. And now 5 years later from 27 to 30, it's really where I start to see where my life is going. Obviously, I'm still open to everything. I'm not afraid of the unknown. I actually really enjoy the thought of not knowing where I'll be next year, or even tomorrow. But I can trust this thing that I have. This thing that is me. I'm supposed to do this in this lifetime, with this character. I'm supposed to bring this gift out to the world. And so I just narrow down on that. I go all in on that, and I give everything else up. Because there will still be things, haunting us from our early 20s. Maybe there will be attached to things, to women or to porn or to junk food or to alcohol or to drugs or whatever. And that's okay. Like, these will still linger, but they are not who we are. They're not truth, right? And it's okay if you still want to keep doing this a little bit, that's okay. But ask yourself, is it really worth it though? It's like, okay, I can indulge here for 1 weekend, but then I can go off of it again for another month or so. But if I keep doing it each and every day, then this gift that I have, I won't be able to bring it fully to the world. I won't be able to become myself authentically, as best as I can. I want to just be able to express this, what I am, what you are, right? Isn't that what you long for the most in your life? To just be exactly as you are, unapologetically. It's like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm me. Accept it or don't. I'm fine with either. Isn't that what we all long for? And we will find this in this source of who we are. We'll find this in ourselves. And this is the true power. This is the true success. This is the success in life. To just be what we are. Because when we are what we are, then everything else will just fall into place exactly as it is. And we will trust that whatever comes into our life is there for a reason. And it's there to be here. Otherwise it wouldn't be here. Everything that happens, even pain, it's here because it's here. Thinking that it shouldn't be here, or thinking that I shouldn't feel this way, whatever, even thinking that or feeling that, it's supposed to be there. And all of these insights and recognitions and realizations will start to just fall into your awareness by themselves, by just resting in this knowing of who you are, in this meaning. And so that is why 30 plus, at least for myself, is the best time ever. And I'm so much looking forward to 40 as well. I have 8 more years in this decade, so 7.5 or so. It's gonna be, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to grow older. And you should be too. You shouldn't be stuck in a rut. You shouldn't keep indulging in these things that you know makes you suffer just because you want to distract yourself from recognizing who you truly are, or to go after the things that you really want to do just because you're scared of what people are going to think. You want to break that. You want to see those things as they're just thoughts that you are identified with. It's not who you are. You can choose to redirect yourself, to find courage, to break the patterns of your old self, to develop, to evolve, to become who you're supposed to be. That which you are deep down in there, but that which you are scared of revealing to the world. Just become that, just let go of that. Face those fears, face that pain, face that grief, face that anger. Be you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to, like and comment as well. I'll see you.